Here we are again, folks. This is Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. Well, what can you say, Brother Peter? All I can say is more of the same. If you aren't happy with one of these that you see, you probably won't be happy with any of them, because all I have is more of the same. I'm in a certain type of race. I'm in a race for the Lord Jesus Christ. And in that race, we have one message only. And that is, if you follow Him, you can accomplish a life with peace, with joy, with long-suffering, with temperance, with meekness, with mildness, and you can be an overcomer of the world. That's the message that I run with day and night. I run with that message when I'm. Have you ever heard of a triathlon? A triathlon is more than one thing being done, usually three. But for instance, they start out, ride a bicycle for 25 miles, get to a body of water, park the bicycle, get in the water, and swim out half a mile and back around a buoy, and then run the finished part of the race. Now they've rode their bicycle, they've swam the deep water, and now they're running. They're all in the same triathlon to see who's got the most stamina in their body. Well, I can tell you who's going to win it. The man with the biggest purpose. The man that purposes in his heart more than another man does. The man who prepares, who practices, who eats properly, who does everything properly and in his body and in his life. He is going to get in that triathlon and he's going to be a winner. Why? Because he prepared. Are you prepared today to go out in this world and run a triathlon for God? Are you prepared this morning to go out and run a triathlon for God? The other day, we were cleaning up here, and I proceeded to go to the other side of my fence. And the Lord spoke to me in a great way. Do you know that the good side of my fence faces my property? Do you know that when I put that fence up, I tried to make the back side look as nice as I could? Nevertheless, what did I do? I put the back side to my neighbor. Was I thinking more of my neighbor than myself? Perhaps not. And because of that, the Lord said, you're supposed to think more of your neighbor than yourself. Well, what if my neighbor's a drunk? Well, what if he is? That doesn't excuse you from the command. The command is think more of your neighbor. If your neighbor's a drunk, he needs more love. He needs more help. He needs more good. He needs to see more of God in you than the average Joe does. So therefore, what do you need to do? I need to clean up on the other side of my fence. You said that's the other man's property. That's right. But I need to clean it up. And I need to fix my fence as good on his side, if not better, than my side. And if I'm going to do that, and we're working on it this week, we're working on it. Is it cheap? No, it's not cheap. It's 90 feet. I got 90 feet of fence out there. That 90 feet of fence, to take it down and put the new up, the new is going to cost somewhere in the area of $600 for the materials, not counting that it's got to be done. The other one's got to be taken down, the new one put up. So we're looking probably $900, $1,000, $100 a foot to take down and put up another fence. $100 a foot. And which will be fairly reasonable for the type of fence it is. And it'll be beautiful on the other man's side. And I won't be robbing the other man of a good looking property himself, looking at the back side of my fence. Now, do we live our whole life that way? We're supposed to live our whole life that way. We're supposed to, the people around us are supposed to see a good side, not the bad side of us. Do we go around showing everybody the bad side of us? You know that most people do. Anyway, the other day, I dragged a truckload. We dragged a truckload of limbs off other man's property down across the street, put them on another property. Well, here came a lady. And she comes in the fence. I stick my hand out, shake hands with her, say, I'm Peter Hutchins. I said, we're cleaning your lot up there. And I never met the people that own the lot. I don't know them. And so we're cleaning your lot up there. And she said, no, you're not. You're not cleaning my lot. You're putting the limbs on my lot. And I want to move now. So in the midst of getting up, going to work to do this thing in the Lord, the lady says, I want to move now. So what could we do? We have to load the trailer up, get the trailer, hook it up to the truck, go down, cut the limbs up small, load them on the trailer, and haul them somewhere else. Now, how did you handle that, Brother Peter? I didn't handle it too good. I tried to handle it good, and I still do, and I still am. And I'm going to go down there, and I perhaps take the lady down a jug of orange juice or something, and some tracts, and tell her that, is everything okay? Is she satisfied? Is she happy that we moved that stuff off the corner of that lot? And we had all kinds of excuses. We actually know for a solid 100% fact, we know this, that the property's not even hers to say that. If we wanted to go to the city and say something about it, it's right in the point between two roads, and from center line to center line, that lady is going to lose 30 feet of her property. I know, I've dealt with the state and with the city. They're not going to give up their right-of-way, and their right-of-way is going to be 15 feet in on your property. I don't care who you are. They're going to have that right-of-way. And it's going to come in there and take your property. And so anyway, that's beside the point. The point is I have an opportunity to do one or two things. I can show that woman the good side of my fence, or I can show her the bad side of my fence. Which side am I going to show her? As of right now, I've been showing her the good side and plan on continuing to do so, to show her the good side. Listen, Jesus said, you heap coals of fire on the head when you do good. When you do good. When you do good. We're going to do good. We're going to heap coals of fire on that lady. I'd like to see that lady go to heaven. I'd like to see her die and go to heaven, not hell, because she did something that offended me or affected me. Is that a reason that she should have any hardship in her life? Absolutely not. Who am I? I'm just another person. Who am I that a trouble should come on another person because of me? Be careful in your life that you don't make trouble come on somebody else because of you. You're putting up a fence, you're putting up a barrier, you're building something in your life that is not showing your best or your good side or your better than your worst, then you need to work on it. You may need to fix your fence. You may need to go the other side and paint it. You may need to go put